Hello, dear friends. Today I present you the top 10 richest countries in the world. Gross domestic product is often used for this. However, the countries are different in size, and therefore not comparable. GDP per capita is used to achieve this comparability, but in many countries, $1 can buy a variety of goods and services, therefore purchasing power was also taken into account. Therefore, the adjusted gross domestic product per capita is taken into account as a criterion. Brunei is in 10th place with a GDP adjusted for purchasing power of $61,000 international dollars in 2021. Brunei, with around 445,000 inhabitants, owes its wealth primarily to its large reserves of natural gas and oil. The Southeast Asian Sultanate is located on the north coast of the island of Borneo. Life expectancy is 75.9 years. The USA ranks 9th with a purchasing power adjusted GDP of $63,000 international dollars in 2021. The USA is the largest economy in the world. A good 336.1 million people live in the 50 states of the North American country. GDP was $22,997.5 trillion in 2021. Over 75% of GDP is generated in the service sector. The USA is the world's second largest export nation after China. Life expectancy is 78.9 years. Norway takes 8th place with $64,000 international dollars. The country in Northern Europe builds its wealth primarily on the deposits of oil, natural gas, and other minerals. In addition, Norway is one of the largest fish exporters. Norway has 5.6 million inhabitants and life expectancy is 82.4 years. Macau ranks 7th with a GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power of $65,000 international dollars. The territory that actually belongs to China is a designated special administrative zone not far from the metropolis of Hong Kong. Macau itself belonged to Portugal until 1999 but, like Hong Kong, was returned to China. Unlike the former British Crown colony, Macau is primarily home to casinos. The city is considered the Las Vegas of Asia. Around 697,000 people live here in a total area of just 30.3 square kilometers. The United Arab Emirates is in 6th place with $67,000 international dollars in 2021. The federation with 9.9 million inhabitants from 7 emirates is one of the countries in the world with the largest oil reserves, which explains the wealth of the association. A mixture of secular and Islamic law prevails. It can be assumed that the country will benefit from the currently high oil price. Life expectancy is 78 years. Switzerland ranks 5th with a GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power of $71,000 international dollars. A country with great economic freedom, it is famous for its banking sector. Switzerland has 8.8 million inhabitants and a life expectancy of 83.8 years for its population. 4th is Qatar with $95,000 international dollars. Qatar's wealth came from natural gas, oil, and petrochemical products. In addition, the small country is home to the largest U.S. military base in the Middle East. The country has 2.7 million inhabitants and a life expectancy of the population of 80.2 years. Ireland ranks 3rd with $102,000 international dollars. With a good 5.05 million inhabitants, the country in Western Europe is one of the ultra-modern societies that have developed into an industrial and service center within a short period of time. The Irish economy is considered to be heavily dependent on foreign direct investment. Favorable tax regulations in particular prompted international companies to open their European branches in Ireland in the past. The life expectancy of the population is 82.3 years. Singapore ranks 2nd with a GDP adjusted for purchasing power in 2021 of $113,000 international dollars. The state, which is characterized by an almost one-party system, has developed over the years into an important financial center and trading center in Asia, and it is now also the destination of many tourist trips. The country's 6.11 million inhabitants with a life expectancy of 83.6 years. Singapore is one of the most liberal economic nations, with the exception of the housing market, which is regulated. The richest country in 2021 is Luxembourg with a GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power of 135,000 international dollars. The small Grand Duchy in Central Europe with 655,000 inhabitants focuses its economy on the financial sector and its services. According to the HDI, life expectancy in Luxembourg is 82.3 years. Which country did you expect to be the richest? Write it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.